Afternoon, guys. I'm home. I've just been doing some research, spent all day at work, and I have decided that I would help you become a counsellor. It is very tempting from what I've learned recently. There is a lot of good parts and bad parts, but I think it seems very daunting and very fancy, and it is, but it's not. And that's what I've learned. So I would say that we need more people who should stand up in our community, because it's, from the outside, it seems like a popularity contest, but it actually, well, it shouldn't be, but it kind of has become that because people are so detached, in my opinion, from the political process that it just sort of like, oh God, I got to go vote, or boat, as I used to say when I was young. My nan would take me boating. But anyway, if I can, that's part of my thing. I would like to get people more interested in becoming a part of the democratic process. How boring is that term? But it's more so becoming a part of the decisions that are made for you, because government, whatever they are, even the Prime Minister is a public servant. So essentially, he works for you, and you need to remember that. And if you're the kind of person that thinks that they can stand up and be the link between the things that matter for people around you and direct that to the government, who there is the people that can make the decisions. They do that, and we sit at home and complain about them all the time. Listen to my frogs. Which is all good and well, but that doesn't actually do anything. So, we don't like politicians. I don't like politicians, but I do realise that there are some good politicians that have their heart in the right place. And I'm just going to move my bear. And they can have our support. I know good people in our community, and I would love for them to stand up. But I think it is a very particular person that should stand up. Not saying don't do it, but so far I've learned everyone goes, oh, it's rewarding, but you need thick skin. Holy moly. Thick skin? Yes. The second I said I even wanted to become a candidate, that's it. You have community all over you going, well, why? I understand why they're cranky now, because in the past they haven't felt very represented, and that their best interest, or the best interest of the majority of our community, has not been represented properly. And I get that. I actually get that. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this short because I'm getting worse. So basically, if you have a good heart and you care about people, you can take a whole chunk of overly complicated information, use a dictionary, I don't care, do whatever you can to sort of process this just chunk of information, overly complicated, and then just sort of filter it into the real world, into the way that you and I would talk to each other, so that it's understandable. If you can do that, and even if you can't, send me stupid things, I'll tell you. Sometimes I think they overcomplicate things on purpose to deter us away and go, look, you're just not capable of getting it. It's quite a simple thing, really, when you break it down into steps and manageable little chunks. So that's what I want to do. That's where I want to create a bridge and go, they're just trying to make you feel silly, but you're not. So if you're that kind of person and you are tough, like I feel like I went into this thinking, you know what, I'm gonna be freaking 40 in September. I don't need anyone's approval. I don't need, I don't want to jump on any bandwagons. I don't need friends. I don't need to be liked even. But I see there's a need, and I see there's a problem, and I want to try and fill that little gap, and I want to make sure that the future of our Clarence Valley is okay, and not just some giant tourist destination that's all just farmland. I mean, our soils, we have some beautiful alluvial soils, which are, what the hell are we doing? Anyway, I've got some issues. But if you have some passion, some insights, some thoughts, or prepared to even sit down and discuss some thoughts with people who do have, if your head's on straight, maybe, not even saying that mine is, give it a crack. We need diversity. We need to get to September and have such a variety of people that we can go, this is who I want, because we've researched and looked into who that person is, what they care about, where they stand on all sorts of issues that matter to us. Because if we keep picking the popular people or the cool people or the, I don't know, the people that, we need honest people. That's what I'm going to say. We need people who are going to just, own up to mistakes. My plan here is to not make promises whatsoever, because I don't know what it's like to be a counsellor. I've been told that many times. I do not know what it's like. And I could walk through those doors and someone goes, here, what do you think on this? But I'm going to jam down this, this pile of information down your throat and make you overthink that. And then you've got to make a decision, so I could say, hey, I'm never going to vote for this. And then, read the other side and go, it does make sense. It is for the best interest of the community. So I'm not going to do that. I need an open mind, but I need my own mind. And I think that's what we need. We need individual minds, literal individual minds, to step up, say, this is what I'm about. This is what I care about. And if I resonate with you and what you want for our future and our, long term, not tomorrow, long term, if you think that I can help you and your family and your, grandkids and blah, 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 then yes, vote for me. I would appreciate your help, because right now I'm feeling incredibly determined, but my hardest part is going to be going, hey, I'm freaking Christy Yeager and I want to do something. How do you do that? How do you tell 54,441 people that? I don't know. I'm going to need your help. So if you are one of the people that this resonates with, share it. Help me. It's all I can ask. If you want to jump on council, send me a message. If you want to be one of those people to puts their hands up and jumps in the playing field, cool. We need women, men, young, old, black, white, purple, green, aliens. Go for it. Disabled, gay, lesbian. I'm doing a video. It's all right. Hey, Barry. And he's naked, so I better stop. Okay. Naked toddler gone. It's intrusive on your life. I've worked that out. I suppose call a counsellor. Call a counsellor, have a chat. I have been very blessed with a decent handful of the counsellors are very generous with their time. They've talked to me, informed me, let me know things I never even thought about. So that's good. State members, ring them and just go, hey, what's it about? Because I think you kind of need to know who you're going to be talking to, as it depends. I want to advocate for a lot of things and I want to lobby people. I want to, fancy word for harass the heck out of, to get things done. That's what I would like to do. So I've called those people. Call those people. See how you get along with them. And also, I sort of reached out to look at councils around you, check out those councillors and go, you're kind of like me, and then call them and see how you go. Because there are some, me myself, I might be a controversial kind of counsellor. I talk a lot. I have freaking tattoos, the hair, look at that. I'm not what you'd call an ordinary counsellor. So I've tried to find others who are like me so that I feel not so alone, I suppose. But anyway, what a counsellor does is makes decisions based on information they're given. So that's not too tricky, but you have to understand that information that you're given, which asking questions should not be a weakness that you have. I mean, who cares if you look stupid, whatever. I'd look stupid every 5 seconds. If you don't know something, find out. You learn in the end from that. So do that. That's not too hard. So there you go. You can be a counsellor. Care about people. That's a big one. I think that should be important. Don't think that you're going to get on council and have an amazing road out the front of your house. I wouldn't suggest that's a reason to jump on council. Anyway. Turns out it's a terrible time for me to make a video, but I'm committed, so I'm just going to finish it off right now. I highly recommend you running for council. We need that choice, we need a selection, we need a huge pile of people of all sorts just jumping in, going, hey, I think I've got it what it takes. And that gives our community, our giant community, a choice. And I'm probably going to continue to bug you guys throughout the next few months to share with you more reasons why and more info. I'll try to articulate it better. There are hard parts so far, and I mean, registration isn't even until July. I sort of was thrown under the bus there early on when I was just thinking about it. So, but now that I've learnt more, I'm really committed. I think there are things that need to change. There are things that need to happen, and I am just burning to get in there. So I'm not actually going to be shy about that. I want you to vote for me. I would love to become a counsellor now, and it is definitely not for the 22,000 a year or the abuse that I've witnessed online prior to even thinking about doing this, and that I have also dealt with myself since saying, hey, I want to be a counsellor. So that's a beautiful aspect of our community. But I mean, that's everywhere. I mean, you're never ever going to be the perfect person for anyone. You're never ever going to make the right decisions for everyone. That's just not at all possible. Not at all. But there will be a chunk of the community that goes, hey, you do sort of make sense to me, and what you think and care about makes sense. So please stand up on my behalf and make things happen. So that's sort of what I'm aiming for. Just those people. And I mean, if that group of people is just so small that it doesn't matter, then clearly I'm not going to get voted in. That's fine. All is good with the world. But yeah, things need to change. I strongly believe that. And honesty, I will just say that is a big one. I mean, no one's perfect, no one at all, and we're all human. And if we just remember that, I don't think anyone's better than anyone. I don't think anyone's worse than anyone. We all have our own lives to live, and we do that in so many different ways. And I don't think there's a perfect way, and I don't think there's a right way, and I don't think there's a wrong way. I think there are different ways. And but that doesn't mean that your public servants shouldn't work for you, because you are the public. Regardless, you live here, you're in our area, our home, our area. Ugh, sound like them. Anyway, send me an email or a Facebook message thing if you want to chat further about it, because there are some candidates out there that I am like, you are, they go, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. But trust me, they're good people with good intentions, and they want to make the place better. And so I think that essentially is, that's what it takes. If you're a Australian citizen and you're not a massive criminal, small criminal, that's okay, no, don't be a criminal, you pretty much can go for it. I mean, and I don't even have heaps of money. I don't have bloody money for a huge bag of potatoes at the moment, so I'm not trying to, I'm not going to be putting up, I might try and save, and I might try and put up some big, core flutes or whatever, not corn flutes, core flutes. My favorite thing is to have my huge head on, garden fences. It's just a dream of mine. But I really am determined. So I would like to encourage people to get in there. Get in it. Let's just do it. Let's try and do something good for once. And if you don't want to do that, but you like what I'm saying, just freaking share my stuff. Just tell people my name. That's literally what I've been told. I need to raise my profile, and being a hermit doesn't help with that. But I'm not a hermit anymore, so I have until September to be, hey, I'm Christy Yeager, and I want to do something good. If I can, cool. If I can't, well, see you later. 4 years, I'll go live out bush. But anyway, I've talked for so long. I've got to go cook some dinner, and thank you. Thanks for listening.